What's up, TT? Bam, bam. Citrus Amber Portfolio. Everything all set. Oh, test strips. Bam. There we go. Okay. Willy Millie, what up? What up, everybody? What is up? I need to get like a nice blast of light this way. I don't want to bring out my camera stuff right now, but let me see if this would work hypothetically. Hypothetically, would this work? Something like this. If I got more of these. See if I did like. It would. Wow, that brings out a lot of light. Brings out a lot of light, fool. Dang, that is a lot of light. Interesting. Gotta love these portables. Can I at least stick it on this? Huh. Wait, let's stick it down. How is that compared to not having it? It's the question. Yeah, see, the light has like a lot of glare. I don't like that part of it. Let's see. Let me catch up. Got to smell almost the whole Creed line today. Virgin Island water is probably my fave. Hey man, Virgin Island water is great, but the longevity on it is so bad. It's probably the worst longevity in the Creed house. 5 fragrances for life. What would they be? I don't have 5 fragrances for life. I'll just randomly say some names. Casamarati Mephisto. Tres Oros, Bulgari Man in Black, Vetiver Sensual, Chanel Coromandel, Straight to Heaven from By Killian, any of them. I don't have a 5 for life, man. What's a good clone of Mind Games Blockade? There isn't one yet. Top hipster fragrances. This one I just got today is totally a hipster fragrances, or totally a hipster fragrance. Imaginary Authors, Slow Explosions. Another hipster fragrance is Kerosene Unknown Pleasures. Another hipster fragrance would be Born to Stand Out, Mary Jane. Any other I don't really carry hipster fragrances. Maybe the coffee one, Kawa, could be a hipster fragrance. A lot of Southwest Gypsy museums have burnt cedar. Okay. What up, Kicks? Good to see you. Just blind bought Altair. Hey, as long as you fell in love with your blind buy, I'm not mad at you. I hate that people blind buy, and I hate that that's a thing. But as long as you're happy, man, it's not my money, so I can't say nothing. Toes, just read the title, man. It's really easy. B, don't get carried away, B. Don't get carried away. We have a serious broom in here. We will sweep y'all out. Fragrance Q&A, man, ask away. If y'all want to see the collection, this is some of it. If y'all got questions about fragrance, I'm not a snob. I can help you guys out with anything clone, dupe, inspiration, designer, niche, independent niche. Independent niche is probably my least strong suit right now, but I can get a little nerdy with you guys on that. Whatever you have questions about. YSLY EDP, worst in the YSLY bunch, but if you shop designers and you don't own that many fragrances, most people think it smells good, but try L'Nuit de l'Homme, you know. I mean, I always say best to worst is going to be, hey, Kels, by the way, I saw that you texted me, bro. I'm not going live for that crazy tonight, so if you're still around, we can link for sure, or I can see you in the chat. Order of best to worst, for me personally, I know a lot of people would disagree with this, but it's just me. YSL L'Homme, L'Nuit de l'Homme, Tuxedo, Y, Baby Cat, myself, in that order. Joe Malone is cool, but I think it's a lot of eau de colognes. I mean, they're very light fragrances. Go to a Neiman Marcus if you want to try Joe Malone, because you really need to try everything. I don't think it's worth, just like Chanel's exclusive line, I don't think it's worth buying decants of Chanel. There's like over 60 Chanel fragrance exclusive line. So same with Joe Malone. There's like 50 of them. So getting decants, you're not going to get anywhere. Go into a Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, Saks and Fifth, and smell the entire line right away and walk out of there with a couple of good picks for Joe Malone's, and then go buy them later from discounters. Anything you recommend for seductive types? Well, in the designer realm, Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, 1 Million Lucky or Parfum. Man, my brain is slipping today. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum. Sauvage Elixir, obviously. Eros slightly, but you might get friend zoned. In the upper echelon, as far as what I carry for like sexy, seductive, YSL L'Homme Original, Angel Share, Trace Oros from Day 3 is a lady killer, if there's even such a word. Must Therapy Initio, Side Effect, Baraka, Blessed Baraka, Narcotic Delight, any of those. By Killian, Straight to Heaven for sure. Sensual, Danger from Roja, Enigma from Roja, Sexy, Seductive, anything Smoky, Aventus. Yeah, in the sexy category, I'm pretty picky, but I'm just naming you generically like a lot of go-tos. Anything you recommend? You have the Gravity Cologne. I do not. And for those of you that are interested in recent times, Drake's Summer Mink just came out. Lionel Messi has a new fragrance that came out. So I kind of do a walkthrough of CR7 or CR9, whatever the heck it's called, versus Messi versus Drake. You guys can see that out. SB Drake Summer Mink sucks. Yeah, it does. Listen, man, I've been telling people Summer Mink is trash, but if you're 25 and down, you'll think it's awesome, you know, or if you're a woman, you know, it's feminine leaning. So I don't know why people think musk and vanilla is innovative. I mean, musk and vanilla is in the DNA of every Ariana Grande and Billie Eilish fragrance out there. So I don't know how men gravitate so much towards it, because it's literally like the most synthetic vanilla. and musk. There's really nothing else to it. They try to find the other notes, but the dry down is just so linear. And I mean, but what would you expect, right? Like I actually should give Drake credit that his fragrance doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge or Aventus, because that's what they're all cloning. Boom, 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 boom. Patchouli, okay. Hi, Joel. Da, 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 da. Appreciate you, L2. Roja, Kicks. Where's the questions at? What's the silver horse on the top shelf? I just cleaned up a lot of stuff. Like, I just took out 2 shelves from the bottom and put them in my giveaway counter, because we're doing giveaways every month. We're just going to start giving away bottles. But in the top right is Mahir Legacy Silver, cloning Sedley. Little less fresher than Sedley, but you get an extra 2-3 extra hours of performance. Super versatile lime mojito poured on metal is the smell of that, with mint. So picture a mojito, a green mojito poured on a sheet of metal with mint sprinkled on top of it, and you have Sedley or Mahir Legacy Silver. That one's a $20 clone, get you 100 ml. Sedley's gonna set you back. Let's see, Parfums de Marley, so probably like $200-300 retail. You could probably snag it up for like maybe 150 to 200 probably. Again, there's so many people in here, guys. Right here or right here, hit the 3 dots and like the video. If YouTube sees there's at least half the viewers that like the video, at least half or higher, they just start dumping people in the chat that are interested in fragrance. So if you guys want to be able to chat with people in here, it's up to you. I don't care. My numbers do the same every time anyway. Let's see. Hey man, just came home and oh dude, come on. Kenny, you're in the wrong live, bro. Sorry to hear that. Appreciate you, Ghost. Appreciate that, brother. You got a great collection. What's the best fragrance for summertime? Summertime is really preference. Most people, you can't go wrong with citruses or fresh earthy. So for me, I'm like a vetiver sensual guy. I wear a new fragrance every single day for the most part. But heavy radiant citruses on like a grassy, earthy kind of oolong cha lemongrass type feel. Very radiant type of fragrance. You could go with something like Boadicea, but this is expensive as all hell. So you could go with Byredo. Actually, this is a great segue. I'm going to do an episode on this. So Ball de Freak basically smells like expensive original Sprite. You got a lemon lime component. There's a freshness and there's a slight sparkle to it. Expensive Sprite. But here's the tier list. If you are broke as crap, get Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Crazy Sillage and Longevity, at least 8 hours plus. Smells like Sprite, expensive Sprite. Atomizer, 10 out of 10. This is 20, 25 bucks, 100 ml. This is the knockoff version of this. After that, if you want to go higher, you can spend in the 150 to 250 price point and go Byredo's Ball de Freak, which is what this is cloning. And then everybody out there basically says if you like Ball de Freak, but you hated the fact that you only got 2-3 hours of performance out of it, you upgrade to Hanuman by Boadicea. This smells exactly like Ball de Freak, a little bit more complex, a little bit more longevity. Honestly, it smells better, bro. It's like that expensive Sprite feel, but on a more complex level. It's more sparkly. You notice a lot more nuance, and it bounces off skin a lot crazier. It is an expensive fragrance. However, that's the order. So you're looking at like 25 bucks to like 150-ish bucks, up in the several $100 range. But so pick whichever one you can afford. Mephisto is a good one for summer. Absolutely. To me, I took the tassel off because I hate the Casa Murati tassels. They are so annoying. When you take the cap off, they just roll off. Casa Murati Mephisto, best blue fragrance of all time to me right now. And I've smelled a lot of blues. I don't care about your Dylan Blue, your Mont Blanc Blue, your Blue Talisman. I don't care about your Blue de Chanel. Any of the best blues you can think of, I don't care. Casa Murati Mephisto, even the other Mephisto rendition that most people like buying over this, I don't care. Original Mephisto, best blue ever. So much more texture, great performance. This is blue. This is Arctic cooling sensation, not mint. Just like you put your head above some ice water that you just poured, you put like way more ice than you need. You got that like cool draft on you. That texture to the fragrance, ton of crazy citruses. It just has like an Arctic blue feel, not like a classy Blue de Chanel citrusy cheap vibe. This smells expensive as all hell. It's like a blue Kool-Aid in a pitcher with an overflow of ice and a little bit of sparkle on top with like some more lemony, mandarin, orangey citrus up top. That's what it is. Mephisto, see, you guys are helping me for when I do my actual review of this fragrance. Mephisto is a organic blue Kool-Aid in a pitcher with way too much ice in it, with slices of oranges and lemons just sitting in the top of it, and maybe some mint. And you're just sitting right above it, just like catching that cool draft. That's what Mephisto is. Best blue in the game to me. If you can get your hands on it, get it. I wouldn't really consider Oceania a blue. It is an ocean fragrance, not sea salt, nothing like that. I always tell this story. Pretend you're on a yacht and you're in the middle of Hawaii, and the guy who owns the yacht tells you to get butt naked, jump into the water, and you're like, but bro, there's sharks in there. I'm in the middle of the ocean. But you jump in the water and you accidentally swallow some of the ocean water, and you realize that it is pure champagne, white champagne. This is like finding out that the ocean tastes like white champagne, like sweet white champagne with just the best of the best citruses, sweet fruits, and florals. It's almost like a tropical punch sitting on top of a white champagne in the most oceanic way possible. If you ever been to Sonic and ordered an ocean water, smell the ocean water soda. It's in the realm of this, but smells way more expensive. Incredible fragrance, but I wouldn't really call it a blue. But summertime for sure, banger. Appreciate you, Kicks. First time seeing your channel. Thanks, Kinnick. I appreciate you for rolling through. Have you tried the Blue Talisman? Absolutely. Blue Talisman is good, but it is not loud with performance. It whispers with performance. If you want performance, go with the knockoff Art of the Universe. It's a little bit less quality, but you get way more projection. If you want the closest clone to Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman, go with Taj 2. But just know you'll need about a 3 to 6 month maceration period before it smells exactly like Blue Talisman, as far as being way more natural than Art of the Universe. But if you're the kind of guy who likes Creed Aventus, so you get Club Inui Intense Man for that synthetic push behind the fragrance, or Sillage or Iconic or any of those, then go with Art of the Universe. Smells a little bit faker, but you get way more push, and when it dries down, people won't really care. What age do you think Valentino Uomo Intense is suitable for? It's suitable for any age. However, once you're over like 25, 30, it's more of a playful scent. When you're under 25, Uomo Intense feels like a classy, sexy guy who's becoming a man. It's a sensual scent because it's iris and floral driven. But normally a sensual floral scent goes sweet or powdery or dusted or vanillic. And Uomo is sweet, but it's not necessarily vanillic. It's iris driven, but they kind of put an oceanic, like breezy brush through it. So it's an airy, sensual fragrance. So for younger kids, it's almost Versace Eros EDT style, in that you get a touch of sweetness, a touch of the sexy floral, but it's not too intimate. Young people can pull it off for date night. Older men are gonna come off a little bit boy toyish to me, but it's still a good fragrance. What colognes are you giving away? They're in a box. I don't even think I can say right now. I mean, honestly, last month we gave away 32 fragrances. We gave away 32 fragrances plus a sponsored fragrance. We let Cheryl, who won, got any Zahara fragrance she wanted from the website. and then somebody won a day 3 discovery set, and then on top of that, everybody won bottles. Somebody won a Decant bundle of like 12 cents or something, niche and designer. So, but this next giveaway will be all bottles. It's in a box somewhere in my closet. I think I've accumulated like 15 bottles so far. We're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to set it up where we're literally giving away bottles every single month, and when I'm gonna try to find 4 or 5 content creators who are looking to give away a bottle a month, so that way I collab with 4 or 5 creators to give away 4 bottles every month for the year. So that way you guys just have insane odds of winning. And that's coming soon. And then everybody who participates in all the giveaways will get my digital material and or merch. So I'm trying to make it so that it's impossible for you guys to lose on the giveaways. Have you tried Carolina Herrera VIP 212 Black? I think it's okay. I'm down for anything free. Of course you are. Mercedes Club Black, good vanilla spicy scent, a good entry level scent to your collection. It's sensual, it's vanillic, it's spicy. It does the job. I favor like Spice Bomb Extreme, but they're basically in the same wheelhouse. The elevation to Spice Bomb Extreme would be like Tom Ford Original Noir or Tom Ford Noir Extreme. What do you think about the fact that you can buy Pacific Chill on eBay for $130? I don't think you should buy any Louis Vuitton fragrance, but if I had to buy an LV fragrance, it would be Pacific Chill. But if you go through Luciano or Al Haramain, you can get every Louis Vuitton fragrance for less than $50. And if you want a designer brand, you can get any Issey Miyake fragrance, which is the same perfumer from the LV fragrances. So Issey Miyake fragrances are essentially knockoff LV fragrances, but they're not really knockoff because the same perfumer made them. Have you smelled Porthole? I have not. What do you think about Lattafa Sacrat? It's the best Profumo clone in the game. I would actually buy Lattafa Sacrat over the real Acqua di Gio Profondo. I carry all of them, but the only thing I carry in bottle, I'll have Profumo. It's on its way. So Lord willing, I'll have Profumo in a week or 2. But the one I carry right now is Eau de Parfum. I don't recommend it to anybody because really it's a grown man's scent. Out of all the Acqua di Gios, Eau de Parfum is the greenest. It has like a green tea twist to the Acqua di Gio DNA. If I'm recommending Acqua di Gio, honestly, for the younger kids, 25 and down, I recommend Profondo. It's the most versatile, it's the most fresh. Profumo for the sexiest one. But to be quite honest, I always tell people at the end of the day, Acqua di Gio is Acqua di Gio. The Parfum, the Elixir, they're all great. If you're asking me to nitpick, it's Profumo for the sexiest, Profondo for the freshest. But honestly, there's not a bad Acqua di Gio in my opinion. I technically own the worst Acqua di Gio to the world. But for me, I've been wearing Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette original frosted bottle since the early 2000s. We're in 2025. So for me, I'm so used to that DNA. I'm used to Profumo. I'm kind of over it. It's like this fragrance keeps me back in the loop with Acqua di Gio because it's the only thing that's different that kind of gets me energized about going back in. But as far as decants right now, I do carry Profondo, Parfum, and Profumo, and I will have a bottle of Profumo within the next week. So, but honestly, guys, if you go for $20 on Amazon right now and just get Lattafa Sacrat, you don't need anything. 100 ml for $20 on Amazon, you get Profumo. And it's basically the worst score you could give it is like 95%. I gave away my Sacrat to a new friend I found in LA because I let him smell it and it blew his socks off. So I wanted him to experience the joy of that fragrance, so we traded. Let's see. Any fragrance for 18-year-old college kids? Absolutely. If you want to talk designers Invictus Aqua, 1 Million Lucky, 1 Million Parfum, Dylan Blue, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, Mont Blanc Legend Blue, Dior Homme Sport, Dior Homme Cologne, Versace Air. I mean, honestly, for a high school kid, Eros Energy or Flame, but I prefer for kids. I just think Eros just kills Flame and Energy, but a lot of kids do love Energy, and most people generally like Flame. Gucci Guilty Elixir, guys. Why is no one talking Gucci Guilty Elixir green bottle? I mean, that right there is a ageless. That right there breathed new life back into Gucci. That fragrance was an incredible release. I was shocked by it. So Gucci Guilty Elixir as well. But normally kids want a versatile everyday fragrance that can also double for date night. So if we're talking kid wants something that the girls will like him with, but he also has something fresh and versatile, you can never go wrong with Versace Eros, Dylan Blue. I hesitate to say Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. If I was saying Dolce, even though kids love Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the performance is buns. Go Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever or Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Oh Intense. Those carry the performance. Oh Intense over Forever, but Forever's got a juicy grapefruit accord. It's just really nice. The bottle looks sexier. There's a couple recommendations. Your kids will love any one of those fragrances. Burlington 1819 smells so good. I think Burlington 1819 smells good. I think currently Harrod smells better, but 1819 is more transportive. So I don't know. I'm still exploring Roja on my skin. There's a difference between a scent that smells good and a scent that fits you. I'm still really spending time with those fragrances and understanding them. I don't think you can wear Roja fragrances without knowing the story behind each fragrance. Knowing the story actually does change how you feel when you wear them. To me, Jean-Paul Gaultier Flower. What about Flower? I'm sorry, guys. The chat is flipping out today, so I might be skipping some. Just copy, paste your question back in. Is Mephisto similar to Silver Mountain Water? No. Silver Mountain Water literally smells like Silver Mountain Water. You have the metallic, you have the black tea, you have the black currant, you have the citrus, you have the earthy river water, rainwater, whatever you want to say to it. It's a moist, metallic citrus tea fragrance. Mephisto is an Arctic blue Kool-Aid in the highest regard. They're both very fresh and they both have very good longevity, but as far as what they smell like, they're not in the same category. Mephisto has 1,000 times more character than Silver Mountain Water, especially today with Creed. Like 90% of the Creed line is reformulated and so diluted. I almost can't even recommend any Creed fragrance anymore. Just go into Club de Nuit and buy the entire line for like 120 bucks. You can, if you had, so Iconic smells 1-to-1 to Bleu de Chanel EDP. 1-to-1. I just tested this the other day. Iconic is 1-to-1 EDP. Sillage smells better than today's formulation of Silver Mountain Water. Milestone smells more like original Millesime Imperial than today's Millesime Imperial. The only one I wouldn't really get in today's climate is Club de Nuit Intense Man, because even though it's good, if you want the best rendition, go Peugeot 1. You'll get something a lot more accurate. But that's still a Club de Nuit fragrance. Shoot, I mean, Tom Ford Noir de Noir, so Club de Nuit Intense Woman is equal to Noir de Noir from Tom Ford. So it just doesn't even make sense to own a Creed fragrance. I tell people this all the time. I have Creed Original Vetiver, but it's new formulation. It's terrible. I have it because I am a Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All Vetiver guy. I have to have all the Vetiver fragrances under the sun. So that's why I have it, but I would never recommend people own it. Absolutely useless. The only Creed fragrances that are probably original formulation is Royal Oud and Bois de Portugal, which are probably some of the oldest fragrances in the line. And those aren't commercial. Like, unless you're a grown freaking man, you'll never want Royal Oud or Bois de Portugal. And Bois de Portugal has clones that are $30 that smell equal to, if not better than. La Lique Pour Homme is almost 1-to-1 Bois de Portugal. And Mercedes-Benz Intense is like 1-to-1, even smells a little bit better than Bois de Portugal. Now, I will say this. Royal Oud might be the only fragrance worth buying if you're even interested in a Creed fragrance and if you like that scent profile, because I did try this Ministry of Oud Royal, which is a clone of Royal Oud. It's not Royal Oud. It smells really good, but it's not Royal Oud. Like, if I had to give it a percentage, it's like a 75 out of 100 comparatively. This might be the most inaccurate clone I've smelled, but it actually smells really good. I'd still wear it, but it's not. So that might be the only fragrance you have to buy that there's not a valid clone for. There's a lot of inspiration houses, though, that do capture it. Oh, man. My eyes are kind of tweaking. Need your opinion on Blue Intense. I haven't smelled that, Senny. I apologize. What do amber fragrances smell like? Amber smells warm, like the actual texture of heat. It can smell sweet. It can smell citric. It can smell earthy. It can smell resinous. I always personally just say that amber warms up a fragrance, but there's certainly some fragrances where the amber comes across as this kind of warm, sweet, like this kind of caramelized warmth. Great examples of this is like Grand Soir from MFK, Ambar Dominicana from Day 3. These are fragrances where amber just jumps out of the fragrance. Amberful from Mancera is a great amber that's not hot. It's actually kind of a cold amber, but you still get that radiance from amber. Amber is similar to bergamot in that most times it's used, they use such a little amount of it that it just boosts projection and it puts base under a fragrance. But when it pushes more in the 20 to 50% range, what you're getting is warmth and sweetness, or warmth and resinousness, or cold, warm, slightly sweetness to it. But it's like bergamot as well. Like, a lot of people see bergamot as a top note. Most of the time bergamot's used, you won't actually smell it. It's just bergamot works well with almost every raw material. So most perfumers put it in a fragrance not to give you the bergamot accord, but to boost projection of other notes. So don't look at Fragrantica and see that bergamot's a top note of a fragrance and then try to smell bergamot. Most of the time it's just being used for projection. Go watch my Invictus review and you'll see it, Levi. Ruthless Aqua, never heard of it. Cedrat Boisé or Profondo? If you're under 30, Profondo. If you're over 30, Cedrat Boisé Intense, not original. Have you tried Imaginary Author's whiff of waffle cone? Yeah, in fact, my Imaginary Authors actually came with, what's the vanilla fragrance? Memoirs of a... The heck is the name of that fragrance? Memoirs of a Trespasser. When I was in Cali, I only got to smell like 8 Imaginary Authors fragrances, but this one spoke to me the most, without question. Slow Explosions, which sounds super pause-worthy. This is what Oud Wood should have been. This is Oud Wood soaked in red sangria. Here's the note breakdown. You know, they say saffron, rose, absolute, leather, apple, benzoin, cashmerean, and apora night market. Who the heck knows what that is? But quite honestly, it literally just smells like Tom Ford Oud Wood soaked in red sangria. There's some nuance to it when you actually put it on skin. This was actually my scent of the day today. There's like a wet hallway vibe to this. but it is oud wood soaked in red sangria, and it's so fresh. The projection has a nice whisper to it. It's sick. Probably like 3 feet of projection, but man, it screeches. Not screeches is a terrible word. It whispers off skin. It's not like, hey, it's like, hey, yo, what's up? I like this a lot. This is actually my speed. Like, I'm a big oud wood fan, but I've always been let down by the fact that oud wood is so boring. Like, if you've never smelled oud wood before, you have like a thrill moment for like 4 seconds, and then you're so over it because it's just like you're gonna try layering it with stuff. But oud wood soaked in sangria, I can do that. How's the performance on Womo Intense? It varies depending on skin type, but generally speaking, it's moderate. What do you think of Y Intense? I think Y is already intense. It doesn't need to be intense. In fact, the flanker, or not the flankers, the clones will show you that, because YSLY or Fakar Black and Latafa or Maison Alhambra, yeah, like those are all 12-hour plus fragrances already. How do you describe Invictus? Go check my review. No, Invictus is not similar to Sauvage as far as scent. Characteristics, maybe. Bro, I'm excited for when your merch drops. Yeah, the merch is going to be crazy. It's all handmade. Do you like Nitro White? Nitro White's a good scent. It's just not my speed. I don't even prefer Nitro Red, to be honest with you. I'll go Milestone any day of the week over Nitro Red. I just like a more masculine watermelon take, but Nitro White's cool too. But you know a fragrance better than Nitro White, same price? I hate just telling people I don't like things. I'd rather give you guys options. If you want a fragrance like Nitro White but better, go with the Initio Musk Therapy clone. This is not Honor and Glory. This does not smell like creme brulee. Glorious Oud Royal Blanc Extrait. You can get it for like $30, $35. It's from French Avenue on Triple Traders only. This will blow Nitro White out of the water. Same DNA type, smells way more quality. Top 3 best clones of 2024. 1-to-1 accuracy to Musk Therapy. I think Initio Musk Therapy is so slept on. It's the only unique fragrance in the Initio lineup. Everything else is more sexy, seductive date night, which is cool. A lot of great bangers, but Musk Therapy is really the only thing in the Initio lineup that offers sexiness in a unisex, fresh way. It's a unisex, fresh, classy, floral-driven fragrance that men or women can wear, that is not like you have to be on a date to wear it. It just has to be nighttime. Men might think it's a little bit feminine, but in my opinion, in the white floral category, you're always going to lean feminine. This is the most masculine take on white florals I've ever smelled, because the musk is so heavy. This is a heavy musk fragrance. So that to me is the saving grace on still being able to walk away, you know, with some nuts. How is Greek tobacco? Never smelled it. 212. We already answered that earlier. Give away 4 bottles a month. Wow, that's amazing. Am I that behind? What about Elixir? Which Elixir? Enjoy your descriptions, bro. Thank you, Levi. I will take your word for it. I keep second guessing that Latafa fragrance. Don't second guess it at all. I only speak on fragrances I own. I will not give my opinion on a fragrance I do not own. And if I don't have it in bottle, I have it in decant and can give you hot take. Like, I showed this the other night, but guys, when I don't have a bottle, it doesn't mean I haven't smelled the fragrance. I have decants galore. We can just go through the shelves. It's literally a library of scents. I do not blind buy. So you guys don't have to worry. I do not speak on anything I do not actively smell. I'm going to check out that Mephisto. Yes, try and get the lowest possible price, but I promise you when you buy it, if you do go into the niche category and spend that bread for it, it'll be bread well spent, because part of me wishes every niche fragrance was super versatile, but that's just not true. Once you go into the sweet category, everything gets seasonal, circumstantial, all that jazz. But this is a blue fragrance that you can wear year-round, any occasion, because it is upscale casual and classy casual and year-round. It is so good. It is so good, man. During the summer, it's like a fresh ice water. During the winter, it's like an Arctic citrus blast, and the push on it is beautiful. Mephisto is one of the best smelling fragrances in the air. Like, as soon as you put it on, you're gonna want to spray it all day long because the opening is just, but you really don't have to, because the wafts you get from it all day are just like the first sniff. I love Gucci Guilty Elixir. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I think that's so slept on. What do you think of Obsession? Old school. We're in 2025. No need. Dolce & Gabbana O Intense for women. Nice. Gucci Guilty Essence EDT. Only $57 on Sloma Shop. Fragrance Buy will have it cheaper. Bond number 9 West Side. Okay. What do you think about Dior Fahrenheit for grown men only? It's for grown men only. It's a very circumstance. And put it this way, guys. My dad wore Dior Fahrenheit for my entire childhood. And the only reason he could pull that off is because he had wore a tailored suit every single day of his work life. You know, he's suited out looking like the CEO of his company, which he is. And he wore Dior Fahrenheit basically every day as a kid. And I used to not understand it. But now I get the masculinity and the boldness of it and the assertiveness of it in a grown man who is business oriented. I see the beauty in it from that standpoint. But as somebody who collects fragrances, if you are not in a suit regularly, do not buy Dior Fahrenheit. Stick with cologne, stick with sports, stick with Parfumeur Intense, and call it a day. And don't get a dupe of Dior. They're close, but Dior Fahrenheit is such a polarizing scent. You really can't afford the little deviations they make in the clones. Synthetic gasoline is not a good scent. I want something that will make my husband think that it smells like him instead of how he smells like this. Huh? Just joined. What's your favorite frags? I get a very kind of sharp floral from Mephisto that I don't like at first, but really enjoy the profile, which it was just a little less floral and had more depth. I think Mephisto has a lot of depth. I think it's not a fragrance you can judge in the opening. I like the opening, but I just think that the fragrance dries down to something completely smooth. So everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I've never come across somebody that owns Mephisto as a bottle and has been sad at all. Most of my friends who have it have second bottles. But I will say this. Mephisto is not a fragrance you can say you're familiar with if you've only smelled it on a test strip or in a retail store. Like, Mephisto is a fragrance where if you haven't at least worn it for a full day on like 6+ sprays, I don't really trust anyone's judgment on it, because with niche perfumery, fragrances truly have transitions. When you get into niche perfumery, you can't spray test strips anymore and judge fragrances. They literally transform or fall apart, and that's what I'm looking for. Best mass appealing scent. And by the way, if you don't like original Mephisto, just upgrade to the other variation of it, which is the one that most people buy anyway. Best mass appealing scent that women love, not the obvious ones. Why would you? That makes no sense. If something is mass appealing, that means all women know about it. There wouldn't be a mass appealing scent that no women know about. No, Green Irish Tweed ML has been dumb reformulated. It's insane. Thank you, Levi, for the description, kindness. Polo Green, Some of the Polo parfums are okay, but in 2025, guys, for the love of God, for the same price you're paying for your Polo fragrances, you can literally buy anything under the sun. So much better. What's your take on Mind Games? Complex scents, expensive smelling scents, multi-dimensional scents, some transportive scents. None of them are worth the price. And right now there's already a clone for Double Attack. My guess is that people in the Middle East are salivating at the mouth because Mind Games has overpriced themselves ridiculously, and they've overpriced their discovery sets. So now what's going to happen, and mark my words, this is already happening in real time. Middle Eastern houses are cloning Mind Games fragrances very well. Double Attack's the first one they did, and they did it very well. They're going to clone all the Mind Games fragrances, and Mind Games are going to fall under. They're not going to sell. They're not going to sell at all. They've completely overpriced themselves. It's like if Creed's overpriced themselves at this point, which has way more brand reputation and history and heritage as a reputable brand, they're reformulating and still charging $300, $400, $500 a fragrance. Mind Games is coming out the gate, $400, $500, $600 fragrances. No one, and you can't even get into their discovery sets unless you drop $100 and you get like 5 fragrances. The most ridiculous sales model ever. I went to Neiman Marcus. I smelled Jadoub, Double Attack, Mentor, Blockade, Grandmaster, and like 2 others. And though impressive in quality, not worth the money at all. Do you like Eden? I haven't smelled Eden. I'm thinking about buying Bleu de Chanel. By the way, I'm 12. Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to save some money, Den, do I have it over here? Honestly, Den, I'm going to keep it real with you. Bleu de Chanel is not a scent that you need to buy the OG. I have both. Club de Nuit Iconic, which right now is only $20 to $25, smells exactly like Bleu de Chanel EDP. 100%. I don't care what people say. I just blind tested this yesterday on my live, and I've done it many times over. Yes, this looks cool on your shelf if you're new to fragrance, but the reality is that even in the cheapest scenario, you're going to pay like $50 to $80, $100 for this fragrance. Maybe $40, $50 in the best case scenario. You pay $20, $25 for this, and you'll get better performance. You'll get like 2 extra hours of performance, and it smells just like it. So Club de Nuit Iconic, I'll let you take a screenshot of it. Mine broke. I dropped it on the ground, but it's still got the juice. But Club de Nuit Iconic, $20, $25. You get Bleu de Chanel EDP. You really don't need Bleu de Chanel. Unless you want to look cool, I guess. I don't care if I look cool or not. I got clones sitting next to Bodicea. I don't care. Again, this is going to be a t-shirt for me, guys. I don't see names. I only smell juice. Have you tried the House of Zoologist? I did, but I don't remember anything from them because when I went to Scent Room, I was trying Thamine, Roja, Bodicea, Argos, Wilhelm. I was so brain effed by independent niche in abundance, I forgot all about what the heck zoologists smelled like. So unfortunately, I have smelled like 5 of their fragrances. I don't remember any experience I had with them. You got to get Black Suede by Avon. It lasts a long time, and it's a smooth musk type. Okay. I didn't like CDN Milestone the first 2 weeks I had it, but now I love it. Yeah, I mean, Club de Nuit fragrances always take months to macerate, but they macerate like a charm. True Star, I've never smelled before. Best Jean Paul Gaultier for men, Le Male Elixir, without question. I only blind buy under $30. Okay. Dylan Blue, good fragrance. What's the cologne you can combine with Baccarat Rouge 540? You can combine a lot of stuff with Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't recommend it, but my boy Kix sent me a decant of ombre leather from Tom Ford mixed with BR 540, and it smelled really good. So try that. Help me pick between Baccarat Rouge 540, Bahar King, or Parfum. See, all those fragrances have great clones, man. Just get Club de Nuit Untold. It's like $25. Well, Club de Nuit Untold's actually like $30 or $40, but it smells like BR 540. Have you smelled Bond Number 9's Number 1? If so, how do you like it? Are there any clones? I don't know of a clone of Number 1, and I have smelled it, but there are clones of Greenlee. Wait, Greenlee is freaking PDM. Greenwich Village, Lafayette Street, Tribeca, Wall Street, and the Dubai series. There's clones of all that. What's your thoughts on Creed Millennium? Never smelled it. If you mean Millesime Imperial, I think it's one of the greatest Creed's ever made. I know you don't have a favorite, but my favorite is Greenlee. Greenlee's cool. I love Mephisto, but the sound of Gentle Uomo sounds more my thing. I've been wearing a sample of Mephisto for a while, though. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, that's a great fragrance. I think they're both two different styles, but they're both phenomenal. I don't hate on that choice. Is OG Fahrenheit formulation really that much better? I'm a huge fan of the boldness in that gasoline accord. I think Le Parfum versus the original Eau de Toilette or EDP, whichever one it is, there's a drastic difference between the two. They're almost virtually completely different fragrances. So I wouldn't even, I don't even think you can compare them. Polo Red Racing Edition isn't bad. Okay. Do you like Versace Energy? No. I mean, if you're under 30, Energy is an 8 out of 10 fragrance. I layer Mephisto, a gentle. Okay. Okay. Now you're cooking with grease. What's the dupe of Double Attack? I don't know, but it's the first result you see when you Google it. French Defense. Oh, French Defense is the one they clone, not Double Attack. French Defense has a clone right now. Amber Sultan. From what? Amber Sultan. Oh, Serge Lutens, I think, right? The whole CDN is amazing, but Spotlight is only ever on the Intense. Okay. Well, yeah, that's true. That won't be for long, though. Club de Nuit is going to move on. Trust me, that whole Club de Nuit line with Peugeot, this is the first release. Club de Nuit Peugeot 1. They're going to have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trust me. They're about to move on. They're just, still racking in the dough. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about Oud Isfan? I don't know. I've never smelled it. Can you recommend me a long-lasting perfume for the gym or to wear really outside? I'm not a gym fragrance guy, man. Get your butt in the shower, soap and water on all those nooks and crannies that you should. Go to the gym smelling like air. But if you want, so basically when I'm recommending you fragrances for the gym, I'm recommending you fragrances that smell like air. Freaking Mont Blanc Starwalker, Bergamot and Bamboo, Banana Republic 90 Pure White, Coach Open Road, yeah, I'm just not gym scents don't make I believe that people who wear gym scents don't really work out. Because if you really work out, you're sweating so hard and your fragrance is getting annihilated. So to me, if you wear a fragrance, you're the guy that goes on the machines and you barely sweat and you got earbuds in because you don't sweat either. And it's like, I don't know. I think a gym scent should universally be bar soap. That's just my thing. Because I sweat so much in the gym. But, if you ask me for a recommendation, I'm going to give you a fragrance that virtually smells like nothing. 90 Pure White, Coach Open Road, freaking Mont Blanc Starwalker, Versace Pour Homme, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, stuff like that. Levi, just message this video in the comments and I'll point you to a couple of really good reviews of it. Obsession is too old for me these days as well. I think Obsession, no matter how good you want to think it is for nostalgia, it's 2025. We got to move on from it. That's just my opinion, though. I don't listen to my opinion. Which brand do you recommend? For what? 10 years ago, older, cooler coworker got me into clones. Okay. I mean, clones are just getting popping as of like the last 5 years. Best Neroli Portofino clone? 4711. All the Neroli Portofino clones that I've come across lack the expensive smell. Like they all nail the Neroli, but they don't nail the beauty behind the Neroli. That part is what people kind of mess up with Neroli Portofino. I think if you love Neroli Portofino, you should truthfully just buy Neroli Portofino. You can find it under $100 anywhere. Dua makes a great clone of French. Actually, I take that back because somebody just mentioned Dua. I would mess with Sensual Obsessions. Shout outs to Kicks, Kingsgate Fragrances. Alexandria and Dua are like 50-50 inspiration houses. Like half their stuff sucks, half their stuff's amazing. So I just don't like dealing with Dua and Alexandria all the time because you can really miss. Same with Yam and Lail. You can really miss, but you know, I guess you can use the votes. Best Aqua de Geo flanker for a 37-year-old. If you're 37, man, screw all ADG and just go on Amazon and order Latafa Sucrat, Suqraat. It smells like Perfumo dang near, which is what you should be wearing at 37, I feel, or just getting Profondo at a discounter. But dude, all the Aqua de Geos are good. If you're 37, there's not a single ADG you're gonna wear where you feel like you're missing out. But to me, the fact that you can go on Amazon and get Sucrat for $20 and basically have a fragrance that none of the real OGs beat, it just makes no sense not to get it. I think Latafa Sucrat will go down as the top 10 best clones of all time, just straight off the fact that it's cloning one of the most versatile fragrances of all time, 10 out of 10. And people shouldn't sleep on how important an everyday any season fragrance is. Hugo Boss, okay. Great content, thank you. No, I think that's a valid option, bro. Say you know more about it than me. I don't, dude, I'm just a regular guy, trust me. Kingdom smells amazing and cheap. Yeah, Kingdom and Lionheart are phenomenal options. I think today in 2025, there's not a single Jean Paul Gaultier you need to buy. They all have 95% or better clones. Cod Lodge Island just came out for LeBeau. Kingdom or Lionheart came out for Le Male Elixir. And we've been had Ultra Male and Le Male Parfums and all that clones forever. Do you like Invictus? Do you think it's good for me at 23? Invictus Aqua, yeah. I mean, some of you guys like Invictus Platinum as well. But to me, in 2025 for a 23-year-old, so you're like in college or you're in work, I just think there's better scents than that. But I mean, if you want to go with something basic like Invictus Aqua, Invictus Platinum, Coach for Men Original, you know, that type of speed. Honestly, bro, I'm going to be real with you. Go into a Sephora or Ulta Beauty and try Gucci Guilty Elixir. I think you will be more impressed than Invictus regular in 2025. What's your favorite release of 2025 so far? Oh, in the clone game, I was really impressed with 2025. Have I even purchased a clone in 2025? I think I purchased the Musk Therapy clone in 2025. So Glorious Oud Royal Blanc, insane. Easily top 3 in my clone collection. Did I purchase any other clone? Teriyaki Intense might have been tail end of 2024 or top of 2025. Teriyaki Intense was a banger. I mean, you gotta love cinnamon, but Quentin Biche did his thing on Latafa's first original fragrance. He did his thing. Yeah, see, I have a top 10 best clones ever made for 2024, but my 2025 list is being made in real time. What do you think of Dossier? Don't buy any Dossier. If you want to buy stuff like that, go Alexandria. Alexandria and Dua are on the bottom of my list. I think at this point you have to go Sensual Obsessions, Kingsgate, Sensual Obsessions, Kingsgate. Kicks, you got to help me out in the chat. Tell them your top 3 best inspiration houses. Yam and Lail, to me, Yam and Lail is on the same par as Alexandria, and then Dua just sits right below them. You're a vetiver guy. Have you tried Vetiver 46 by Le Labo? I have. It's been a while. I mean, I have stuff that smells like that. Off Non-Supremacy's Collector's Edition is great. Yeah, but I would say it's 50-50. Some people hate the fact that it's not a Ventus, but it's not really anyone's fault because all these content creators are freaking out there telling you that Off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition is supposed to be cloning a Ventus. I have a question for all you content creators out there. Where online are you seeing that Collector's Edition is a Ventus? I really want to know. From the top down, from the gent sense down to the bottom of you guys, Who the heck has been telling you guys that this is a Ventus? It is not. It never has been, and it never has been advertised as such. The only people who keep telling you guys that this is a Ventus is content creators. And I want to know who's the dealer? Who's the plug? Who's been telling them that information? It couldn't be far from the truth. You want to know the Aventus rendition that you're supposed to be putting in front of the camera? This right here. If you say this is Aventus or Aventus Absolute, okay, now you're cooking with grease. But to all you content creators out there, and it's no shade, I'm not a prideful guy. I'm actually extremely humble. I'm nobody in these fragrance streets, trust me. But for all you guys out there saying this is Aventus or I think this is Aventus, shame on you, because hundreds of people have come into my chat in the last year, ever since this came out, mid-2024, whenever the heck it came out, and said, I hate this because it's not Aventus at all. It is not supposed to be Aventus. It's actually closer to Hasselblad. It's basically a hybrid between Aventus Absolute and Hasselblad, leaning closer to Hasselblad, even though it's neither Hasselblad nor Aventus. And you gotta let them know, because this smells night and day different. Not bad, not worse, but light and day difference from this, which is cloning Aventus Absolute. So you guys got to do your due diligence and figure out who's chirping in your mind for this. I have a review on this and Versace Eros Energy, and all the clones. L'Aventure, Off Not Supremacy, Not Only Intense, Club de Nuit, EDT, EDP, Parfum, Pre-Show, freaking Nitro Black, Mont Blanc, freaking Explorer, or whatever the heck the Aventus clone is there. I go through all of them on a spectrum and I tell you which one you should buy, because they're all good, but they're not all great. There's only 2 or 3 greats, and it just comes down to what style you prefer. So you got to kind of get some education before you figure out which one you're going to buy, because this will blow up in compliments. This will get you a ton of compliments. But if you're looking for Aventus, go somewhere else. This gets equal compliments to this. I don't care what people are telling you guys. So there's my little soapbox rant on Collector's Edition. I do it at least once a week. SB got to leave, but I'm here and y'all got to get on the road. Yeah, I appreciate you, Kicks. Appreciate you, Joel, as well. Best sexy fragrances from your experience. Right now, my most sexy fragrance with the highest compliment factor, the best projection, sillage, and longevity, and the most year-round wearability for a sexy date night bachelor killer fragrance without question. And I mean without question, guys, is Tres Oros from Day 3. This right here, guys, if I only did 2 sprays, I could shut the whole building down 24 hours a day. But I don't stop at 2. I hit myself good with this, man. I hit myself with like 4 to 8, just depending on how I might shower in it. But the longevity on this as an extrait is absolutely bonkers. But the raw materials in this are so well done that even if you monstrously spray yourself, it dances on skin. It's not jarring. It's not clawing. It's not sharp. It is a smooth criminal doing the freaking liquid robot around the room. This fragrance is like, boom, you know, it's matrixing around, just slapping, going in each chick's nose. And it's like, this fragrance right here is something crazy, guys. I was going to go into the Day 3 boutique and get Bonnie or Ambar Dominicano. And after spraying this fully out of atomizer, dude, it like jumped out and slapped me with something vicious. And if you've ever smelled Tres Oros, I'm going to tell you right now, you have not smelled it. I don't care if you say you've smelled Tres Oros, you haven't. Because honestly, the first time you put on Tres Oros, it will not smell anything like wear 2 forward. Your nose has to first be coated with the heavy dose of honey and brown sugar. After the first time you've put it on skin fully and worn it for a day and your nose is familiar with that, from day 2 on, you will then smell honey and brown sugar much less, and you will smell the most projective mandarin orange, juicy, seductive pineapple, and most importantly, plantain soaked in honey. Legendary. I will never make a panty dropper video or a clap them cheeks video or a get them draws video or a Netflix and, well, I might make a Netflix and chill, but I'm going to title it something different. I will never make a video like that, but if there ever was one that I would make, Tres Oros would go in top 3 most seductive, best performing, best longevity, most unique DNA of all time. And you see my collection. This is part of my collection. I smell fragrances, guys, hundreds a month. I'm in Neiman Marcus, Sephora, Ulta Beauty, Saks every week. I'm constantly searching for the best of the best. You know, I have random discovery sets laying everywhere in my house. I'm getting so ridiculous with this that I'm going into women's now because the women audience of my channel is now getting crazy. Women are starting to come in and say, hey, can we get a male perspective on the top female scents? So we had to go out and get the top female scents so that we can help the ladies out. So, you know, we're getting into it, man. I mean, here's a bunch of decants we haven't reviewed yet. There's probably 50 in there, all niche. I apologize. I'm not that good with one hand. You know, we've got a ton of stuff in here. Discovery sets and samples, and then we've got full discovery sets. People have been asking about replica. I'm still finishing my power ranking for replica. We're trying little nook and cranny stuff. This surprisingly is a very good house. You know, we're leaving no stone unturned right now. And people know, like people who've been subbed to me. By the way, I really appreciate any subscriptions. Give me a week to show you, you know, we post 2-3 videos a day, every single day since I've come out in the fragrance scene. But give me a week to show you if I'm resourceful to you as a content creator with fragrance reviews and game shows and all that stuff. You'll know in a couple days whether or not I'm your cup of tea. But I definitely put out more volume than everybody other than maybe like Jen Sense probably posts more than me. But I really am searching out all fragrance from all walks of life, all price points. So I think, I like to believe I'm pretty resourceful. I can speak on, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 fragrances in one session on a live because I literally have them and can smell them right now. And I've probably put my nose on them this week because I constantly go back to stuff. Is Paco Rabanne 1 million good? Lucky in Elixir, Parfum and Lucky, I think, are the best, if I'm not mistaken, but they're all good. I mean, 1 million can't miss, man. Ooh, had to pop my freaking neck for a second. Give me one quick intermission, guys. I'll be right back. Go ahead and enjoy the collection real quick. I just got to take a quick piss. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Trust me, it'll be quick, guys. All right, guys. We're going to be live for, let's call it 10 more minutes, and then we're signing off. So any last minute questions on Q&A, give them to me. How's Game of Spades Full House? It's good. Solid. 8 out of 10 for me. What's your take on Mind Games Mentor? I just purchased it. To be honest, I did like Mentor. I did like Mentor. It's a very complex scent to me. The wearing experience is very sophisticated on that fragrance, and as is most fragrances. Like, if you compare it to something like Jadoub is kind of like a lot simpler. Even like Double Attack is very simple compared to Mentor. Mentor is a very rich scent. You have to, I would say, before you even figure out where you want to wear Mentor, just put it on skin a lot and wear it everywhere, and just see how the when I was wearing Mentor, I was catching wafts of so many different notes at a different time. I really needed to spend more time with it, but I think it's a great scent. It's a great scent for sure. YSL, why EDP versus Sauvage versus Bleu de Chanel versus Cool Water? Why would you even put Cool Water in that list? Come on, Susan. As my everyday perfume. Here's my rule for Sauvage. If you're under 25, go Original Sauvage EDP or Parfum. If you're over 25, go Sauvage Elixir. But in comparison to YSL gets taken out of this list, because even though it's a good fragrance, it's not as versatile as Bleu de Chanel or Original Sauvage. The new Cool Water Parfum really shouldn't be compared to any of these in this collection, to be honest, especially not the old one. So I'm going to say the most versatile on that list is easily Bleu de Chanel. Now, if you're over 25, I would go Bleu de Chanel Parfum. If you're under 25, I would go Bleu de Chanel EDP for the performance. But EDP and Parfum is very nice. If you want a good clone of Bleu de Chanel and you don't want to spend the money, you can go Club de Nuit Iconic. This is 1-to-1 to the Bleu de Chanel EDP with more performance than the EDP. And don't fret and be like, well, why are you recommending a clone? Does he really know what he's talking about? I have Bleu de Chanel right here, so I can vouch for both cases and both scenarios. Bleu de Chanel's the best one on that list for sure, because it's the most versatile. You get the classiness, you get the freshness, you get the timelessness, and it gets more compliments, I think, than all of those together in its versatility. Oh, I see people are agreeing before I even scrolled down. Gucci Guilty Elixir, Levi. It's a green bottle. People get confused with Off Non-Supremacy. What's your favorite Parfum de Marly Freshie Galloway? Contrary to what all of FragCom is telling you with Parfums de Marly, my top 3 list for Parfums de Marly is not like anybody else's. I do not subscribe to everyone's opinions of things like Leighton and Greenlee and Percival and Haltane and freaking I'm a Galloway, Wajan, Carlisle guy. That's just me. I think Galloway is the most sexy, classy. It's the best white fragrance of all time, I think. It's a super sleeper. Every day, any season, any reason, Galloway. Date night, Wajan. Classy, Carlisle. Yes, Sedley is extremely versatile and good. Yes, Leighton is good. Yes, Pegasus is good. Yes, Percival and the whole collection of those 3 that everybody kind of is like 50-50 with. Yes, those are good. But they don't hold a candle to Galloway, Wajan, and Carlisle. I'm sorry. Sophistication, longevity, specialness of fragrance, worth the money retail, those 3. Okay, TT, that makes sense. Supremacy Intensive Straight Parfum is the best deal for 150 ml. Okay. Have you ever tried Maison? No, I haven't tried Rebirth. Is Rayhan Lion good for its price? I would say so. I'm not a big fan of that fragrance, but I would say it's worth the price. Opinions of Cade Alfreson. Cade Alfreson is a candied pineapple Aventus Baccarat style. It's a cool little cheapie for 15 bucks at Burlington, but it gets boring after a while. Because here's the thing, if you go Aventus Baccarat, it's kind of like special occasion, seductive date night type of stuff. So it lacks versatility because a lot of young people love that fragrance. But the reality is like, if you're under 25 years old, you're probably not going on enough dates or wearing enough suits or collared shirts to really make Cade Alfreson worth it. If you're just wearing Cade Alfreson as an everyday, hey, I'm a loud, juicy pineapple kind of feel, then I think you're a little loud. I don't think that's an appropriate everyday fragrance to wear something that pungent, but that's just my opinion. How do you rate Pacific Chill? Pacific Chill is the best LV in the line. Your honest review of Prada L'Homme Intense. Very good fragrance. I give it a 9 out of 10. Just make sure you are getting Prada L'Homme Intense because it has significant... Prada L'Homme has terrible performance. I have Ambar Domenico, but I need something new. Well, you have good taste. I would recommend Bonnie. Honestly, everything in the line is great. If you want a good, versatile, everyday wear, go Bonnie or perhaps Aylin. If you want something sophisticated, chocolatey, hazelnutty, but still light as a gourmand, go Philosophia. If you want the best date night fragrance of all time right now, go Tres Oros. If you want a beach scent, go Del Mar. If you want a rose scent, go Downtown Deja Vu. Yeah. I would say, though, that the next fragrance Day 3 is about to put out is going to be the best male scent in the entire collection, and I can't speak on it, unfortunately. What age is suitable for Tres Oros? Any age. Any age is Tres Oros. I don't care if you're 15 years old. Women will want to eat you. I don't care if you're 25, women will want to eat you. I don't care if you're 50, women will want to eat you. Just guys, and guys, just trust me. I rarely speak highly of a fragrance. I rarely get super passionate about telling you guys to buy a particular fragrance. I'm normally giving you guys like options and stuff like that. Anytime I tell you to go buy a fragrance, just trust me, it's like top 20 in my collection. Tres Oros, without question. If you're a date night guy, it's going to beat Gentleman Reserve Privé. It's going to beat Dior Homme Intense. It's going to beat Sauvage Elixir. Even in the niche category, it's going to beat things like Instant Crush. It's going to beat Wajon, Angel Share, Aventus. It's going to beat Tobacco Vanille. It's going to beat Noir Extreme. It's going to beat... what are some other sexy ones? It'll beat Side Effect. It'll beat Narcotic Delight. It'll beat Musk Ravager. It'll beat anything Bond Number 9, anything by Rado. It'll beat a lot of Xerjoff, to be quite honest with you. Monkey Special, Alexandria 2, Herba Gold, Herba Pura. Just trust me, guys. Just trust me. Anytime, Levi. My son has a big collection just like that, man. That boy has spent money on it. Lol, he's 19. Hey, man, scents are awesome, man. Scents bring people together. It was so cool. I was in Day 3's boutique today, and shout out to, gosh, I forget the guy's name. I saved his channel. Guy walked in and said, "Scent bubble?" You know, and I was like, there's not a lot of fragrance content creators in Arizona, so that was really cool that that guy recognized me because he lives like an hour and a half from me. So to see that people in Arizona are finally hearing my name is really dope. I want to go to the Ex Nihilo store, which is in Hollywood. Should I customize my scent? I'm scared I'll throw off the composition. When you go to Ex Nihilo, tell her that the scent bubble sent you, and speak to Vanush. She will take very good care of you. What do you think about Invictus Victory Elixir? It's okay. I give it like a 8 out of 10. Maybe even a 7, to be honest. Missoni Wave's cool. It's okay. You said Tres Oros was a sexy fragrance, but it's a little expensive. Are there any sexy frags that are cheap? Absolutely. And honestly, if you ever are going to buy a Day 3 fragrance, never just buy a Day 3 fragrance outright. Get the Discovery set. Let me see if I have it. I might have actually thrown away my box today. Let me check. Day 3 discovery set. Where did I put you? I don't know where I put the Day 3 discovery set, but if you're ever going to get a Day 3 fragrance, buy the discovery set. It's $40. You get to smell every Day 3 fragrance. Each decant comes with 20 to 25 sprays, which will get you 1 to 3 days of wearing. Once you get the discovery set, you'll get a $40 coupon towards any fragrance. So you basically get a free discovery set with your purchase of a bottle. It's just in reverse. So then you could take that and get your $155 fragrance for $115, and it's worth every single penny. It is the most worth your penny fragrance you can get into. Some cheap recommendations. Halloween Man Shot is basically Le Male Elixir from Jean Paul Gaultier without the tobacco. Sexy, smooth, vanillic, slightly spiced, but also very versatile date night fragrance, 120 ml, 125 ml of juice. If you can find this, you can get it for about 35 bucks. Killer. Another $25 date night banger. This is better than Leighton. This is 1-to-1 Leighton, but fresher and better than Leighton. Not exclusive, but original Parfum de Marly Leighton. Lalique White in Black. This fragrance is $20 to $25. Beats Leighton. Great date night fragrance, without question. Without question. I'm only recommending you guys absolute bangers right now. Those two are going to be really stellar options for that price point. There's some other cool ones that I would recommend. Like if you want a safe one, you could go Eros EDT. $35 for 100 ml. That's really hard to beat. It'll double as a great versatile scent, but it'll also give you that sexy date night feel. I honestly think you should start with those two. And if you love my recommendations based off those two, I can recommend more in the future. Yeah, if you want to smell fresh, any of those will work. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue O Intense, 90 Pure White, Lalique White, not white and black, Lalique White, which is this white bottle, great gym scent, Versace Pour Homme, Dylan Blue, stuff like that. That'll all smell great. Dolce & Gabbana Forever. You could gym scent those for sure. Your views on Liquid Brune. It's about a 90% rendition of Altair. I think you don't need Altair. Liquid Brune has better performance. Opinion of Creed Aventus. I like it. Plum Japanese is awesome. There's 1 or 2 clones of Plum Japanese. One is on Triple Traders. Just type Plum Japanese on Triple Trader. There's an excellent Plum Japanese clone on there. And then if you want something close to it but not quite, you can go the Paragon clone with Vintage Radio, which is Palo Santo and Plum. Amir Celestial smells a bit synthetic to me. It should. It's a clone. Best 1 million line for summer, Lucky or Parfum. What up, Selly? What's poppin'? Go check out that collab I did with Selly, guys. He did good on the game show. He made it through. What do you guys think about Al Harmon Gold? It's okay. I have Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge. Is that good? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's above average for sure. Can I blind buy Trace Oros? 100%. 100%. You literally won't think about buying a date night fragrance for months after you buy Trace Oros, because even if you find something that smells as good as Oros, even though it's a 50 ml, you could put 2 sprays on. It'll go the whole day. Loud. The projection will never die. The sillage will never die. It's just sexy. I throw on like 4 to 6 because I'm like that, but 2 sprays of Trace Oros will literally last forever. Forever. And I'm not even talking skin scent. I'm talking projection and sillage on fleek all day. Can you please show us the bottle again? Which one, Detroit? Tell me the color of the bottle and I'll show you. Hello, I'm from Brazil. Hola, que onda, güey, Pierre? Do you like Jean Paul Gaultier Paradise Garden? Yes, but the clone of Paradise Garden will suffice. You don't need to spend the money on Paradise Garden. What do you think of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes? Don't get Light Blue. Get Light Blue Intense only. You need the performance. Dolce & Gabbana Original Light Blue sucks with performance. Cool Water, outdated in 2025. Even the new release. but kids love the new Cool Water release right now. In your opinion, what's the best Jean Paul Gaultier for date night? Le Male Elixir, no question. Greetings. Oh, I made it to the bottom. Panama Central, American Fresh Scent. I like Artisan Pure. Okay. Claps. Best fresh scents under $300. Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's so freaking many. Everyday Wear, Lalique White. If you want to smell like young money, getting out of a old school Mercedes-Benz, like you're young and you got your stuff together, Bentley Black Edition. Beautiful, classy, amber vetiver grapefruit. I mean, there's so many. Le Leon from Chanel. Tom Ford is great for summer. Vetiver Sensual is great. Harrods from Roja. Oceania. Mephisto is great. Milestone is great. Aqua di Gio, any of them, I don't care. FOMO, Fragheads Asylum, Tarati Blue. Lin Sumi, great green fragrance. Versatile, highest compliment getter. I mean, there's so many fresh scents. That Off Non-Supremacy in Heaven is better than Silver Mountain Water itself for 20 bucks. There's just a lot of options. What's the best YSL scent? I'm probably the only guy who will tell you this, but it's this one. Original Loam. Terrible performance. You're only going to get 2-3 hours. It's really close to skin. This is only Netflix and chill. If your girl is going to be close to you, like I'm talking, you're going to the county fair, or you're doing Netflix and chill, or you're taking her out to eat, but you're sitting on her side of the table, you're not sitting across from each other, or you're going to a movie, or you're sitting in a car or a cab or a Uber, or you're standing with her about to drop her off at home, you want this fragrance on right here, and you want to hit yourself with like 10 to 15 sprays of this. But if you do that, you will always get what you want. This fragrance makes women's knees buckle. Now, some people might say La Nuit de L'Homme or Blue Electrique or YSLY or Tuxedo or Baby Cat. I don't care what they say. L'Homme has never let me down in like 10 years. Top 10 dupes. That video's coming out soon. I have a top 10 clones of 2024. Some of the ones that will be featured in it is the Musk Therapy clone, without question, 10 out of 10. What else? I'll give you guys one more top 10 clones of 2024. FOMO Fragheads Asylum, Best Elysium clone. Hidden gems for compliments. Anything on this list, take a screenshot. All right, we're heading out in like 5 minutes. Hurry up and ask your guys' questions. I might even head out in like 3, man. You guys, it's surprisingly hard to stand up for 100 minutes. Absolutely, Patrick, anytime. You said clones or colognes? All of them. Clones, dupes, inspirations, mocks, designers, niche, independent niche, all of it. What's up, Bruce? I'm in Arizona as well. Good to see you. What do you think of Tommy Bahama's Marine Time? It's okay. It's okay. I think the only Tommy Bahama at this point I might kind of mess with is St. Bart's, but the performance on every Tommy Bahama is so bad. Doesn't matter how good it smells. The performance is terrible. Beautiful openings, terrible performance. Can you describe Trace Oros on how it smells rather than just what it does? Its composition is... See, the thing about it is I don't think by telling you its composition, it really communicates the fragrance. But since you're asking for it, I'll give it to you. It's on the top is... Gosh, I'm like a savant with this sometimes. Trace Oros has a top of mandarin orange and pineapple, a heart of brown sugar and cinnamon, and a base of honey. Oh no, sorry. A top of pineapple and mandarin orange, a mid of plantain and cinnamon, and a base of brown sugar, honey, and something else I forget. Anti-woke. Tom Ford effing fabulous is it's a bachelor fragrance. I feel like if you're in your late 20s and down, it's sexy, but the older you get, the more boy toy you look and feel. It's like effing fabulous is like the fragrance where when you're in college and you just get out of college, you smell like a bad boy that gets a lot of girls, that's overly confident in himself. But the older you get with that fragrance, the more you kind of look like a really well-dressed gay guy in a gay bar. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, for lack of better words. Okay, dude, stop. BTX, give your mom her phone back and get your butt in bed. Come on, guys. You guys got to give your parents their phones back, man. Listen, I know y'all love to be in a channel with a lot of people, but I'll give you guys your 30 seconds of fame. I'll give it to you if you want it. Okay, guys. Hey, listen, thank you guys so much for signing in. Again, if you're new to the channel, I drop 2 to 3 episodes every single day. Been doing it since I came out. Hope this brought you guys value. Again, I don't speak on scents that I don't own or that I don't carry. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, the chat was really crazy tonight. I mean, it's crazy every night. But if there were any questions you asked that I did not get to, paste them in the comment section of this video. I will answer it within 1 day's time. And I really don't take for granted this experience, because I always go live so that you guys can move further along in your journey and you don't have to blind buy and be wondering how the heck to navigate this fragrance space. The beautiful thing about FragCom right now is any price point and any person from any background can get into fragrance affordably. And you can explore this all the way to the most expensive stuff. And it's really awesome. So we'll end on this. Ray asks, what's my favorite Roja? It really changes, because Roja fragrances have stories and have concepts and moods. My favorite Roja this week is Danger. Spicy, ambery, woody fragrance that I get a ton of compliments on. Whether I'm at work, just being the most wearing a Roja at work, which is insane. But I'm suited up, collared up at work. I'm in a very professional setting, so I can get away with something like this. Danger is really slept on, but every Roja here I feel is top tier. Burlington, top tier. Diaghilev, top tier. Taif Oud, top tier. Harrods, top tier. Oceania, top tier. Isola Sol is not as much top tier as it is just one of the best beach scents. I have a couple more Rojas coming as well. But some of the other ones that are not in my collection that are just elite is Creation E. I think Enigma. There's just a lot of phenomenal scents. Sweetie Aoud, Midsummer Dream. Shout out to Selly with that pick. Amber Aoud. I mean, there's just so many Roja bangers, so many. And I don't have a favorite clone. So with that being said, love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time, man. Have a blessed week. Enjoy your Saturday. Relax and recharge, man. Take care.